Hey guys, this is Angel bringing you another video, and today is Sunday, June 7th, 2020, and this video is going to be about my irrigation system. And the idea of making this video came from a couple of suggestions from some of my subscribers. So here it is. This video is going to be on my irrigation system. And this subject is very important because we have to be careful, because if we are not paying attention, we can go to our local hardware store and spend so much money on irrigation system that really you do not need. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple different items that you can buy that are not only very efficient but also very low cost. Don't make the same mistake that I made about 4 years ago. As you can see, 4 years ago I went to my local hardware store and I purchased this guy right here. It wasn't cheap. I also bought a whole bunch of PCV. I also bought a whole bunch of different sprinklers, just like if you would start a lawn, fresh lawn at your house, but that was intended for my garden. I even went and bought me this guy right here, which was going to be controlled by this clock. But oh my goodness, within 2 years, believe it or not, within 2 years I was forced to dig everything out because, oh my goodness, it was such a disappointing. I didn't have enough water pressure, and it was just not a good thing. So I really had bad experiences. So this video is going to be on how to do it very efficiency and a very low cost. And so that day that I went to this place, the hardware store, I spent more than $500 in one day. I bought a whole bunch of different things, and my bill literally was almost 500. But now it's all trash. I don't know what to do with this. If you guys want it, contact me and I'll be happy to just give it to you because it's just taking up space. Anyways, so let's go ahead and talk about this subject, about my irrigation system, and let me see if we can come up with a better idea that's not too costly. So follow me on this video. Okay, so basically this is, believe it or not, this is all you need right here, depending on how many stations you're running. My yard is pretty large. Oh my goodness, I'm running almost 8 stations all over the house. But that just because this is my hobby and that's what I do. But some of you guys probably are already going to be running only 1, 2, maybe 3 stations at the most. So basically this is all you need. First, one of the things you need is a clock. This guy here is battery operated. This one is already not functioning. It's already going to the trash. But for the purpose of the video, I pulled it out of my junk just to show you. This thing here is not is battery operated. Basically what you do is take this bad boy out and you're gonna pop 2 AAA batteries in it, and those batteries should be good for at least 2 years, if it's not more. After you're done with your growing season, when it gets cold, you might want to store it inside the house, remove it, and you don't want to leave it outside because it can get ruined from the frost. So what I do every year, I put this bad boy inside my shed. Okay, so how much something like this costs you? Anywhere between $35 to $40. This one here runs 2 stations. And then you can just set the timing to your desired timing. So this one's 2 stations, but you can also buy them single station clocks, or up to 3, and I believe they even sell them for 4. And the same thing, the same concept. They are battery operated, so you can put them anywhere on your yard. Right there, and you don't have to run any wires or anything like that. Just pop a couple of batteries, hook up your lines, and plug it into your faucet, and you're set to go. So yeah, you definitely need one of these guys. Between 30 and $40. Maybe Walmart or any hardware store. Okay. Oh, by the way, a brand. Well, I'm gonna be mentioning no brands because I'm not being sponsored by anybody. All right. So, hose. This thing right here is a polytube. Polytubing, I think they call it. You can also find them at your local warehouse store. And you can buy 100 feet, 200, up to 500 feet of the polytube. And let's see what else. The cost of the, I think for 100 feet, I think it's about a $12. You can buy 200 feet for maybe 20 bucks, maybe less. And it is available on half inch or 5/8 in diameter. I believe this is a 5/8. You want to make sure that if you are going to be buying half inch, stick with that. Because with that, you're also going to be needing these guys right here. These are the connectors. You can also buy them in half inch or 5/8. Make sure they are the same, either 5/8 or half inch. You may be needing T's, or you may be needing elbows, depending on the shape of your raised bed. In my case, like every raised bed is different. Like in this one, I'm running two side by side. So at the end of the raised bed, I used a elbow to curve it, an elbow here, and all the way back. And they say the same thing at the end. But if you're gonna be running a raised bed like this one, it's all straight. All you need is just the tubing. Plug it into your clock, and just connect your emitters as needed. The distance between the emitters, it will vary depending on your need, depending on the plant that you're growing. But the way I do it is that I separate mine every 12 to 16 inches apart. And that's just for tomatoes and peppers. But that will vary, depend on your need. But so that's what it is, guys. My raised beds are already set, so there's no way for me to demonstrate it. But now you guys already have an idea. Don't go out and spend so much money on irrigation system because you don't need to do that. These guys right here, these are the emitters. I don't know how many gallons per hour these guys are, but I don't care. You know, they're just basic, standard emitters. So don't ask me on the comment section because I don't know how many gallons per hour. I really don't pay attention to that. I just buy them because they're so inexpensive. You can get like these guys right here. I believe there's 200 in this bag. Believe it or not, I only paid $6 for all of them. Don't expect for them to last you a long time because they're made out of a very cheap plastic. So once they turn yellow or white, that means that they're already very brittle and they could burst at any moment, and then you can have a big mess. But just pay attention to that. Once they start changing color, it's because the sun has been beating on them, and they just start cracking, and they will eventually just burst off the unit. At the time of replacing the emitters, do not replace the whole thing. Just replace the cap. Just remove it off of the new one and just pop it onto the existing housing. That way you don't have to be making extra work that you don't have to. Just unscrew this cap and screw it back onto the old emitter. So yeah, space them about maybe a foot apart, or maybe 16 inches, and you will have good results. Let me see what else I have. At the time that you're gonna be connecting your tubing into the connectors, these guys right here, there's no need to be using any glue or anything like that, because these guys, they're based of pressure. what you do is just stick your your pipe. The plastic pipe is flexible, so I just stick it into the into this end right here, just like that. Stick it in there. Let me see if I can give you a demonstration, because really you don't even have to buy anything to glue them, because they just based on pressure. That right there, stick it in there, wiggle it, and it goes all the way in, and it's all based on pressure. The water itself, make sure that the water is sealed and no water is going to leak out. Trust me, I've been doing this for almost 2 years now, almost 3 years, and I have been very successful. These guys work excellent. And let me see what else to show you. And I think this will cover this video, guys. If this was very helpful for you, please leave me some likes or any comments on the comment section. And let's talk about the overall cost of this right here. Let's just say for one single raised bed, you needed 4 of these. 4 of these. These guys are about $1.50 each, and they last a long time. That polytube roll 5/8 was I think I paid like $12 for this one, and this was $35. So oh my goodness, so, and this was $5. So technically I spent just under $60 for everything, compared to almost $500 for the other set that I had about 3.5 years ago. So if this was useful for you guys, leave a comment on the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not done so, and also please, if you can, leave your likes. That really keeps me motivated to keep uploading more videos that are very useful for a lot of gardeners in this area. The climate up here in the desert is very, it can get really hot, so you definitely need to have an irrigation system if you want to have a successful garden like I am here. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, if you can please give me a like on this video if you enjoyed it, that is. If you like this content, please subscribe to my channel, and until then, I will see you on the next video. Thank you all for watching, and you all take care and be safe.